Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to JM Motors Unlimited. Today I'm going to be working on my 1979 f250 four-wheel drive, and I am going to be getting all the undercarriage and behind the fenders and everything under the cab all cleaned and painted. And some of it I'm painting and some of it I am undercoating, but I'm definitely undercoating the top and bottom of the floorboard and the insides of the fenders. And I'm going to be painting all the frame and the front axle and everything. I already did the rear axle and I made a video about it, but I lost all my clips, so sorry about that. But this is kind of the same thing. So to start with, I'm going to be painting this piece. I have some rust converter that I put all on this where it was rusted, and I'm going to take the headlights out and I'm going to paint the headlight buckets and the radiator mount here. Then I'm going to paint all of this and the frame. I'm going to put either rust converter or just buff with a wire wheel, all the frame and the cross members and everything, and the axle. I'll take it over to the hose and pressure wash it, and I'm going to be pressure washing the underside of this floorboard and putting undercoating on it, and the inside of this floorboard on both sides. They're not super rusty, but they are a little bit. And then I'm going to be pulling this fender off and doing the same thing under this side. So it ought to come out pretty good. I've got one, let me turn the lights on here. I've got one fender off and I undercoated it, and I ran out of undercoat and I had just enough to do this. So it looks really good. I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna be doing that to the inside of the other fender and both sides of the floorboard. So my plan is I'm gonna take the fender off and get it all stripped down and painted underneath. Then I'm gonna put all the body back on, and then I'm gonna paint it. But I'm gonna before I paint it, I'm gonna get all this done, and I'm working on this is just a project I'm working on while I can't work on my other project with this truck. But I'm fixing all my rust holes, which I have all my dents fixed except for one in the back of this bed, which is rotted out. We're going to change that whole rear body panel. I'll make a video about that when we do it. And I've got a little bit more rust to fix, and I'm going to fix all my rust and get it all looking good. Got a couple little dings. I'm going to put Bondo all the little dents and stuff. And then I'm gonna paint the interior, the insides of the doors, the back of the cab, and the front of the bed, and then put the whole truck back together. And then I'll be able to sand out any little scratches and get it all fixed, because I know I'm gonna end up scratching it a little bit putting it back together. And then I'm gonna do the whole outside, and after the outside gets dry to touch, I should be able to put all my interior back together and my door mechanisms and stuff on the inside. And then after I get done with that, the outside should be cured good, and I'll be able to put all my trim on. So that's my plan, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on this. Right now I'm gonna sand down all this front, take this headlight out and get all the front sanded down and get it painted. I just got some flat black paint, so I'm gonna get that done, and I'll see how far I get today, and I may have to do some tomorrow. Well, I know I have to do some tomorrow. I'm not sure how long this is gonna take, but I'll try to video all of it. So I got the whole front painted, and I think it looks way better. It's flat, so it's not gonna be shining like that when it dries, but I think it'll still look really good. It was flat to start with. So I'm gonna let it dry, and I'll probably come back and put another coat on it. And I may tape off this and get it all clean and paint it with flat. And I'm probably gonna tape off the bottom and these stickers and paint this in gloss. So I think it'll look really good. So stay tuned for the rest of it. So next I'm gonna come back and paint all this and under the frame. So it all come out looking really good. So I just wanted to remind y'all to go check out JM Motors Unlimited on Facebook and Instagram, and to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment to what you think or what you'd like to see, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Hit the bell and then you'll be the first to know whenever I upload a video. So it's a couple days later, and I ended up pulling the driver's side fender off last night, I think, and I got it in here on sawhorses, and I got my truck up on the little ramps. I'm working on painting the frame right now. I got some rust converter and put on there, that's why it looks black, and I got it all coated down. So with the rust converter, so now I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna paint the frame and the bottom of the floorboards, and then I'm gonna undercoat the floorboards. I got some Duplicolor rubberized undercoat, so I'm gonna use that on the bottoms of the floorboards, and I'll probably do the same thing on the top. And to paint, I'm using this Valspar anti-rust. This stuff works really good for rusted stuff and to prevent rust, and that's what I used on the back. And we used it on a couple bush hogs and stuff and another truck frame, and they all looked really good ever since we did them. So that's what I'm gonna do on this. And this morning I went and pressure washed everything, got it as clean as I could. So after I get done painting the frame, I'm gonna paint all of this under the fenders and stuff. And then I went ahead and undercoated the backs of both fenders, that one and the one on the sawhorses. So I gotta sand down all on the edges of this one, and there's a couple of rust spots and one little ding right here, little dent. So I gotta get all that fixed, and then I'm gonna put the fenders back on. And then I'll probably take the other door off and get all the rust fixed in the doors, and then I'll be ready to paint. So that's where we're at today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get painting, and I'm not gonna video it. The reason I didn't video the putting the rust converter and everything on there is because it's really hard to get up in there, and there's really no way for me to video it. So I'm not gonna video, I'm just gonna show you whenever I get done. So it's a couple days later, and I've got a lot done on it, and I'm gonna show you what all I've done. I've got the passenger side fender well all painted. You can't really see, well, you can a little bit because it's all black, and my lens is all dirty. But I got that one painted. Haven't got this one painted yet. And I got all the floorboard and frame painted. Let me get a flashlight. You can see it a lot better. Got the floorboard painted with the same Valspar black, and then I'll put some Duplicolor undercoating over it. And it came out really good. I think it's gonna protect it real good. I'm really happy with it. So I got both sides done, and I think I'm gonna paint the drive shaft too, just make it look a little better. Nobody's really gonna see it, but just to paint it so it'll be painted. just with the flat black. And this door's still in here. This is the driver's side fender. I'm working on getting all the paint off of it and sanded down around the edges. I got the passenger side done. I haven't put it back on, but it's ready to go back on. And I got a sand around the edges of this one, and there's one little dent in it I gotta fix. And then I'll be ready to put it back on. And the door still has little rust holes in it right there and right there we gotta fix. And then this driver's side door I'm gonna take off and fix that rust hole and get all the paint off of it. All that white is paint stripper. And that'll be it for the taking stuff off and putting stuff back on until I get it all painted. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because I've got to get it uploaded tomorrow, and it's almost Thanksgiving and I'm not gonna be able to film anymore anyway or work on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I'm gonna make another one soon, probably of working on the interior. I'll be getting it all fixed and fixing rust in the doors will be the next thing I'm working on. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, and to follow the restoration on my truck. And also you can look at my other videos of three-wheelers and stuff. I'm working on a lot of three-wheelers right now. Actually, I just finished working on my Project 185 today, about 30 minutes ago. I've been riding it around. I got it running good. I took the carburetor off and cleaned it again because it still had some stuff floating around in it. I got it all cleaned up and it's running really good now. But you can go check out my other videos on it to see a little more about it and how I got it and what I did to it to get it running good and rideable. So that'll about wrap it up for today. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it and hope it was helpful to you. So I'll see y'all next week.